Hey everybody, welcome. Today I'm going to share with you a real story that happened, and by sharing this, I'm going to demonstrate that reading books can really be life changing when it comes to improving your language and vocabulary. So, I had a friend when I was studying in college. I had a friend who came from a Tamil medium background. So, she had no understanding of English or just basic English, but not competent enough to be able to graduate an English literature course and join as an English teacher somewhere. So, it was a very challenging situation for this particular girl. And she started reading books. Now, I do not know how she got inspired or from where she got this desire, but we noticed that she would always try to speak. She had that urge, that desire to learn the language no matter what. It didn't put her down that she was from a Tamil medium background and then she couldn't speak well. It did not make her back down. It instead fueled her desire, and she wanted to learn this language so badly. She wanted to speak in English, communicate in English so badly. And I think she did some research or she asked for advice. I don't know what she did. But after a few months of starting this course, we could see that this girl was always sitting with a book and she was reading. Now, I am still, and I used to be a voracious reader. Okay, so I read a lot of books. And back in college, I used to read books as well. During break and during lunch, I used to sit with books and read books. But this particular girl also started picking up on that habit, and she started reading. Every time there was a gap, when people used to chat, this girl would sit in the corner with a book. And I noticed she also had a diary or a small notebook, and she would constantly be writing something into it. So we didn't know what she was doing and we didn't want to pry, so we let it be. And this went on for some time. And one day, when our lecturer, she asked a question and she pointed to this girl to answer the question. And we were all thinking, okay, maybe she's going to struggle a little bit to answer this question. But to our amazement, she was able to fluently frame sentences, and she also used some nice fancy phrases into her sentences to make the answer very, very posh. I could say that she was very fluent in her answer. That's all I could say. And we were very, very shocked. So I approached her and I personally asked her, what happened? How did you improve? I can see a drastic difference. I actually wanted to give her a boost of encouragement. So I congratulated her. I said, see, you've come a long way and we have 2 more years. This is just in the first year, in the first 8 months, I think. I said, see, we have 2 more years to complete this course, and I'm sure you'll be a great, fluent English speaker. Probably you would sound like a native as well. And then she laughed and she said, I started reading books. And then she showed me her little notebook and she said, you know what, when I read books and I write words and phrases that I don't understand, and I look up for the meaning either on the internet or on the dictionary, and I write it down. And what I do every day is I go through my diary and I read all the new words and the new phrases that I have learned, and I keep memorizing them so I don't forget it. Every day I review the diary and I memorize them. So she read novels and stories not just for pleasure. She read it as a method of improving her language. I asked her, okay, so what if you didn't know how to pronounce? She said, I would look up. If I didn't know how to pronounce a word, I would ask Google to do that for me and I would practice. She also said that she practiced in front of a mirror. Every morning when everybody else is sleeping, she would get up, stand in front of the mirror, and she would speak all the new words and sentences that she has learned. She would try to speak that in front of the mirror and make sure that her pronunciation, her intonation and all that is correct and it sounds natural. So yes, she did complete her course with us, and she was really, really fluent when she left college. So this I would like to share with you all. And if there's anybody here who thinks that, no, I cannot speak good English, or if you have children in your class as a teacher, or if you are a parent with kids who are struggling with speaking in English, as we know that's very important nowadays for survival, you need English. Please pick up that book and start reading it right now. Thank you, and I'll see you again in another video.